Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who are new here, my name's Jess. I'm a vintage home decor reseller. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a huge thrift haul. So I went thrifting this past weekend and I did not expect to have as much luck as I did. I was actually kind of in shock, like what is happening today? There's just good energy, or you keep finding stuff, or like I did not expect to be out as long as I was. I think I thrifted for 6 or 7 hours and went to probably between 10 and 15 different places. I didn't take much footage of the actual thrifting. What I did take, I'll input a little bit of a clip here, but otherwise I just have a thrift haul to give you guys, and I have so much incredible stuff that I'm excited about, but I'm gonna input that footage right now. Without further ado, let's get into it. So, really cute story first, I guess, before we actually get started. My dad passed away about 1.5 years ago, and in his house, he was a hoarder, so he had a lot of belongings, a lot of it was junk, but a lot of it was stuff like from our childhood, me and my siblings' childhood, from his childhood. Something we found at his place, it was this little plaque that had an old Irish blessing on it. Something about let the wind be at your back. I didn't think much of it. It's not like I wanted it or anything, but I was out thrifting this weekend and I found a couple pieces of embroidered art or cross-stitch art, and one of them is this, which is literally the exact same Irish greeting. The exact same words, the exact same everything, but it's hand stitched and just beautiful. Now I have this special connection to it, and I get to have my own version in my own style, which is so funny, of something that my dad had in his house. So this was a really cool find. I think I got it for $3. Along with it, I actually found 2 others. The first one is this little ship, and at the bottom it says, "Don't wait for your ship to come in, swim out after it." And it has kind of like the alphabet on it as well. And then the other one that I found, which is really, really cool and also needs a frame, is this Native American, I guess, prayer. It says Indian prayer on it. "Help me never to judge another until I've walked in his moccasins 2 weeks." I'm not sure if this is problematic. I might look it up, but it seems just like a Native American saying. The best part about it for sure is the totem pole. I just think it's done so beautifully. So this was also $2. I'll be framing it, and this will also be coming to my shop. Another piece of art I got out this weekend, I didn't find with those, but at a different store, is this adorable little, I don't know, fisherman. I just think he's so cute. It's done in these pastel colors, and he has on like a yellow rain jacket. He's holding like a little cup of coffee or tea, and the mat is really good. It's this like salmon color. I just think he's really cute. I'll be keeping him for now. This is the type of thing that could end up in my shop later on, but this for now is a keep. Another piece of art I got this weekend, and y'all thought I was kidding when I said I had a lot of good luck this weekend. I haven't even made it out of the art section yet. Was this original piece of 2 ducks. It's like pastels, and there's this light pastel pink, almost like it's a sunset. I'm pretty sure it was really painted. It's just very, very matte, I guess. I'm thinking the artist must have done a glaze of some kind over top of it. Also framed beautifully, so I love when whoever had the piece before did a good job framing, because honestly, reframing things is not a fun thing to do. We can transition now to some of the smaller stuff that I got. First up is this little Ziggy mug. I love Ziggy, and I have several like glasses that have him on it, but I don't need any more mugs. I'm a bit of a mug collector, among other things. On the front, it just has a picture of him and it says smile, it's good for your complexion. And then on the back, says smiling, it exercises your lips, improves your circulation, shows off your white teeth, makes everyone wonder what you've been up to. This will more than likely somebody will find it on, it'll definitely go on my Etsy. More than likely somebody's going to come across this and buy it because they're a Ziggy fan. Another cute small thing that I picked up is this wooden jewelry box. It's actually, I think, supposed to be a music jewelry box. Or I don't think, I know that it is because on the bottom it says Dr. Zhivago Lara's theme. So it's supposed to make music when you open it. Honestly, I think most people find that creepy nowadays though. So now it's just a jewelry box, no music. Just a cute, simple little pickup, but I think this will sell because it has a really pretty ornate hand-painted pattern on it, almost like folk arty. I picked up this set of 4 Japanese bowls. I just thought they were so pretty, the pattern on them. They're like this green and brown crackled glass almost pattern. Just a little inside tip for those of you who maybe look at this stuff on your own while you thrift and don't know how to tell if it's vintage or not. Normally something being made in Japan is a very good indicator that it's vintage or from the mid-century, aka vintage. Normally if it's made in Japan, Korea, Taiwan, those are places where we used to import a lot more of this type of stuff, and now we see it being mass produced in China, for example. But if it has a stamp on the bottom that says like made in Japan, made in Korea, more than likely that was from the mid-century, aka it's vintage. But that's not always the case, but it's a pretty good, there's normally several key indicators that you can look at to determine the age of a piece. These will more than likely be brought to an in-person pop-up market. So like every vintage reseller, I have a weakness and I kind of have blinders when it comes to certain categories of things. I think this is, everybody has their thing. For me, one of the things that I know I should buy less of and I know doesn't sell very well is games and toys. So I think vintage games can just be so cool, honestly. One of my favorite things that I got this weekend that literally when I saw it, my jaw dropped. I was literally just like, what? This is a folding chessboard. I like vintage games, but chessboards in particular, I have an affinity for because I grew up playing chess a lot with my dad, and I just think they're beautiful, like the checker print and the different ways that I see them being done, either in wood or in stone or in marble. So this is inlaid wood. Inlaid wood is basically when they take wood, something that they're making, so meaning that this chessboard was handmade, and they use differing woods, differing like types of wood, different colors, different stains. Every piece is teeny tiny. This was made by hand and more than likely took someone hours and hours and hours and hours. And then because it's folding, you've got the entire inside of the box as well. So the entire inside is also inlaid wood. This is just a piece that I don't ever plan to get rid of in my life. Not everyone is going to be hyped about this as I am because they're just like, cool, that's a wooden chessboard, but it's absolutely stunning and one of the best things that I found this weekend. Continuing the theme of games, because I have a problem. I immediately saw this box in the game aisle and was just like, that's kind of like, what is that? What is that set? It's in like a really nice spot. Maybe it's in the wrong aisle. Maybe it's something else. And this great peach color, which if you know me, you know this is like my color scheme. And it's actually, get it? It's actually a little backgammon set. So, and the inside's just as pretty. And it comes with all the dice, it comes with all the pieces, which again is not always the case. I just love the color, I love the inside. Do I play backgammon? No. Have I ever? No. Will I one day? You know, probably not, but I will be keeping this for now. I can't explain it to you guys. If you know, you know. Next, just really quickly, are 2 little linens that I got. Linens, vintage linens are a really good seller and people love them. And typically you can get them for super, super cheap out. It's not like you're going to a thrift store and they have a towel priced for $20. That would be ridiculous. It's a towel. Although they be doing ridiculous stuff sometimes, so I don't know. But these tea towel calendars are a really good seller for me, and I think for everybody in the community. They're just very nostalgic, especially for people who grew up around this time frame and either they remember having these or this is their birth year, or I mean they did these up, they might still do them honestly, but they did these all through like the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. I'll sometimes see them. So they're basically just tea towel calendars that they used to do like different patterns with the year, and then they would do like all the months with the days on them. So I find these a lot. These sell pretty well, and again, because they cost like 20 or 50 cents or sometimes $2 to pick up, there's just like a really good margin on them. So that is almost always going to be a yes for me. Just a very quick, easy, and kind of no-brainer pickup. Along those same lines, I also found this little butterfly towel. This is more of like a bath towel you'd have in your bathroom, or maybe even use as a face cloth because it's pretty small, but very, very cute and very good condition, which is, again, not always the case. And what's even better than that is it has the original tag. This one in particular is the brand Fieldcrest. I actually have my own vintage towel collection, but this one I'm willing to part with. This will probably go up on my Etsy as well as the tea towel calendar. Okay, I think the last small item that I'm going to show you guys before we head out to the garage and I show you a few more things, I do still have a few more things in the garage, is this beautiful ceramic handmade like studio pottery piece that's a honey container. It's just the most beautiful speckled pattern. It says honey along the top. It has removable lid, of course, and it comes with the honey stick, but it comes fully functional and ready to use, which is great. But I just think this is the most gorgeous like ceramic piece, and could be on display in somebody's kitchen, but also has a purpose, which we love. Even better than that though is the fact that it came with this tiny clove jar. It says cloves on it, and then 2 little teacups. So it's a set of 4 actually, and it's a tea set, I assume, because you have your cloves, you have your honey, and you have your teacups, and it's just a little date for 2. So how adorable is that?
All right, so another thing that I got this weekend that I am just in complete awe over is this table. It is real wood, handmade, like put together and hand carved. I don't know how well you're gonna see the detail on camera, but it is absolutely beautiful. And I mean, I've seen stuff like it, but it's always ridiculously expensive. I don't know for sure if it's vintage, but that is my assumption. Look at all of the detail. It is just beautiful. And I believe it's a card table, so like perfect size to play board games or cards on. I'm probably gonna put this in my loft area, which is where I hope to have game nights. It came with 2 chairs, also real wood. They're kind of in rough shape, but there's 2 of those that came with it, all for $60. So to me, that was unpassable. Had to have it, and I just think it's absolutely incredible. Now, sitting in one of the chairs right now is something else I picked up. I have always wanted my own typewriter, but I feel like I couldn't justify the price of them, and will I actually use it or not? I'm not sure. I have an idea to put it out at our wedding, but I'm not sure if I'll do that. I have to check to still make sure it works, but she is absolutely beautiful. I love the color, that it has a hood, like a hood. It has a case. Listen to the clickities. I looked it up online. It goes for, I don't know, $80 to $100 normally, and I spent $20 on it, so I did pay up a little bit, but it's always, I don't know why, been a dream to own a typewriter. I don't also know where I'll put it at, but I think she's really special. I found this trinket shelf, which I'm not huge into trinkets. I will more than likely, 99% sure, be selling this. Definitely a market item because I do not feel like shipping this, but it's a really cool find because I know these are very in right now and people love collecting little trinkets and having a trinket shelf, so that was a pretty solid find.
I was blown away by how much good stuff I found this past weekend, and it makes me really happy that I have an upcoming pop-up market at the end of March, and some of it also is going to go up on my Etsy. That is all for this video. Thank you so much for sticking around. I'll see you in the next one.